Sorry about the late start there. I don't know. Had to do stuff. Got sucked into the moment. Got coffee. The huge. Oh my god, what is happening? 300 ping. Of course. The ping shoots up to an absurd degree the moment I start streaming. How are you all doing? Hopefully you all have adjusted to our new Bedrock / Mojang overlords. Oh man, god damn it. I hate this. You're literally on time, Poncho. I know, right? Coffee at 8? Yes. So, we have an intruder in our midst, I guess is a way to put it. For those of you who don't know or are out of the loop or unaware, so you know how we introduced all this Bedrock stuff, right? And Bedrock compatibility and all that bullshit happened. It's not yet clear whether this was a thing that... In Housemaster's own words, this is an experiment, right? Allowing Bedrock people to play 2B2T. Whether or not it was originally an intention to allow the integration of Bedrock players or not, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out at some point that they approached them and forced them to allow Bedrock players. Either way, the action of Bedrock players getting put or allowed onto the server has basically attracted Mojang IP enforcement. Hey Zen, welcome. Want to come to spawn and kill some bed bugs with me? I love that you're calling them bed bugs. No, unfortunately, I am very much a slave to the glass block currently. Slaves to glass block 2, Jack Fortress. That's it. Slaves to glass block 2, Jack Fortress. That's it. No, I have project I must finish. I want to get done by Christmas Day so that I can actually take off. I'll probably take off for like a week from Christmas Day to New Year's. Just because, like, I've been going at this for so long, I'm at my breaking point. I've only done 2 fucking layers of glass. And this is 6 layers thick. Like... I just have to power through it. I just have to fucking power through it because it makes me want to tear my eyes out. Just made another new video on how it's being investigated by Microsoft. Yeah, Sal's making a video. Yeah. I should probably make a more formal video. But honestly, I don't see 2B2T continuing as it is for too much longer. So it may not even be worth it. I don't know, man. I'm so scared of what the server that I love could become. Like, you guys got to understand, I've had the longest stint on here just about. And it hurts so much to see something you love become shitificated. I don't know how else to put it. Oh well. Another retirement? Well, for the holidays, yeah. Hello, Azertix. It's sad because only players I know they are using Bedrock account. It's like an alt. Yeah. They're just using it as an alt to exploit the server, which is hilarious because, I mean, did they not see that coming? Did they not expect that? I don't know. It's stupid. It's not like there's even really a value in allowing Bedrock players to exist. Stamp out the bed bugs. Fumigate your server. I was never close to the end. I was never close to the end? Oh, okay. I don't know. It strikes me as rather convenient timing. I don't want to imply there were or is a conspiracy of any kind. And obviously we can't truly know what's going on behind the scenes until somebody says something. But like, I don't know, man. I'm going to stick it out for Escape the Jack Rooms 2. Hello, Michael Adam Ashens. Jack, we should take a break until 2026. It'd be healthy for both of us. I mean, yeah, I'm going to take a break starting on Christmas, and then we'll go from there, and we'll return on New Year's. That's what I'm thinking. will be the best way to do this. I'm just going to do this last layer of glass. I've got the uppermost ceiling here that's supposed to all be slabbed over. It doesn't really have to be slabbed, though obviously it would look nice if it was. But like, I can just do the slabbing some other day. I'm breaking my neck to do this fucking night sky as it is. It does look good. I won't lie, it does look good. But the sheer amount of glass here has just broken my spirit to, you know, do much more. I don't know. So all the stuff that happened. Yes, I have Master. D-Master DL. Like I was saying, I wouldn't be surprised if Mojang approached first and forced Housemaster to integrate Bedrock. And then this got a hold of the Bedrock IP, or sorry, the Mojang IP enforcement guy, this IP justice person, who apparently is not exactly the... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. He may be good. He may be bad. I don't know. It makes me go, yikes. This may not be... This may be the end of the beginning of the end. This may be a time we always look back on and go, yeah, that was when it was all ogre. Because I saw an email from somebody who had asked Housemaster, you know, what are you going to do about all this? And they're looking into ways to enforce 1984. I don't know. It really is sad. You guys realize that if 2B2T falls, there will never be another free server like this ever again, right? If this all goes away, that's it. There will never be another free and fair, you know, hack-enabled, anarchy server. Like, this will be the end of it. It'll never happen again, and it won't be allowed to happen again. Like, it'll be the end of an era. I think it'll be, in a lot of ways, it'll represent the end of internet freedom as a whole. I just remember that dude because of a Sal video where he contacted him with the Mojang server got griefed by 5C. Ah, okay. I'm just going to stay on CPE, a Bedrock clone of 2B. Okay, cool. Jack's Palace 2? No. Constantium? No. Cuckstantium is not worth your time. I'm not doing another server. I will see if Hightail ends up having a 2B2T of some kind. 6B seems decent. It does and it doesn't. It has a lot of stuff that I would really rather it not have. It's fine to visit every once in a while. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Did you save your username? I saved a username that's really close. I think a lot of people were camping usernames, and I was not made aware of when usernames were going to come available on Hightail quick enough. I got notified like the day after or something. And by that time, a bunch of names were already reserved. I don't know how they were doing it. Whatever. I don't give a shit. I have a username that is adequate for what I have. Damn it. It's fucking glass, I tell you. I've still got a DC of shulkers of black glass and a few others of spare glass that I'm going to have to dye black. And oh my god. I may just not do any farther beyond the second layer of glass. Like, I just may not do that. We'll have to see. This fucking sea of spaces to be occupied. Whoa. Jacktherippa. That was my Discord name. Thank you very much, Bark Bark. No, I don't think you can use dots in Hightail for Hightail usernames. I don't think they let you use exotic And I call them exotic. I'm using that term ironically. They don't let you use exotic characters for usernames in Hytale. I'm pretty sure it's just numbers and letters. Upper, lowercase, numbers, letters, and that's it. Wouldn't it be cool if you could use a question mark or an exclamation point in your name or a % sign? Like, really? Why do we not allow that in games? Like, is it so difficult? It's so strange. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go and grab more. How much glass do I have to place? Oh, Lord. Okay, when I get down to like the last tiny smidgen of glass in my inventory, I'll fly around and show you. Almost there. If the ping troubles would just go away, I'd be able to actually like do this efficiently enough. Whoa. Perfect. Okay. So I've got this layer, the layer above that, and the layer way up here. So I've got 4 more layers that I have to stack on top of each other. I may just not bother with that. I may just complete this bottom layer and not worry about it. But on this bottom layer, I've got this little puddle here, which I've steadily filled up. I've got over here. Yeah, right here. I've got this area, which connects... Basically, it connects this whole back strip all the way to this wall here. So I've got to do that last back strip, and I think I'm done. If I ever do more glass, it'll be way later on, closer to the finishing of the game, and I'll just not worry about it. So yeah, we got a lot of glass to glass, and that's just on this level alone. I'm pretty sure a double chest of black glass will get me over the line. I mean, I could even start on this 3rd layer. I was already starting on this 3rd layer in some areas. I was doing 2 layers at once yesterday, and then I was like, this is slow as shit. I'm not making any progress. I've got to speed this up, and so I figured I have to do 1 layer at a time. And it does work, but oh, I would rather stick forks in my eyes, I tell you. Here it is. No, let's do a single chest instead. This will probably be enough glass to... Well, it may not be enough to finish off that back strip, but it will definitely be enough to like get me started, and then I can just do another one final go back and forth, whatever, you know what I mean. I wonder what happened if Notch never sold Minecraft. Oh, dude, I don't know. Would we be living in a utopia if Notch never sold Minecraft? I don't know. It's a distinct possibility. Hey Himes, how's it going? It's going great. It's glassing good. It's a glass from the past. Glass to the future. Okay, I'm gonna set all this over here. And then I'll just use 1 strip. So yeah, I have all the way up to this point. to that backmost wall. It's difficult to, like, make sense of because it's so dark in here. The Fulbright kind of also makes the depth not feel as depthy, but it's a good 350 blocks from here to that back wall. From, like, where I'm standing, because this is the middle. Roughly, this is, like, right over the middle. And so we're looking at, yeah, probably about 350 blocks times several columns, 350 blocks back this way to the far back wall. Yay. But on the bright side, this layer is almost finished. I've spent all day doing it, however. There we go. That's the thing, like, doing these layers, I kind of regret making this a 500 by 700 area. All of these individual layers take, what's the math? So it's what, 500, but that includes the walls. So that's 500 minus 2, so 498 times 698. Yowza. 347,604 blocks to do one layer of anything. So, yeah. It was like 500,000 black glass. Or no. No, it was over 1 million. That's right. Because the glass that would otherwise exist inside of these cylinders would obviously not be counted. So I don't know how much that detracts from that 384,000 figure. Or 348. Or no, it's 347,000. That's it. I don't know how much of a subtraction this is. But, like, if we round down... So let's say this is like 47,000 glass in each. So I don't know, if we round down to like 250. 250,000 glass times 6 layers. Yeah, that's like 1.2, 1.3 million glass to do this night sky project. I kind of regret making it a 500 by 700 area. I just... Oof. And if we didn't have printer, oh my god. Oh, if we didn't have printer. That's a lot of glass. It is tedious. You're not wrong. Notch would be the king of 2B. I guess. I mean, I don't think he would ever step foot on the server, but alright. It's not allowed because the exotic signs are used in the game code. Yeah, but, like, they can write exceptions for that bullshit. They could totally allow you to do weird characters and game code stuff and just figure out how to exclude the game code from interacting with the player's name if it has a % sign in it. There would be ways of unfucking that. Don't tell me you can't do that. Okay, where are we? We're going back that way. So yeah, it's all bullshit. Get slaves! Why are the devs not helping? They're doing other things. They have helped. That's the other thing. A bunch of people from the devs helped make the ceiling here. All of the walls. I did most of the cylinders, but Enderkill came over and helped mine out all the slabs that were inside of the cylinder. As well as a bunch of the devs came together and helped me make the floor, as well as the obsidian for the walls here and the blackstone for the walls here. So, no, people have helped. It's just they want to go do other things, and they are not committed to the project like I am. It's not their baby. So, yeah, they wouldn't be that locked into it like I am. And I don't blame them. I don't want to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do. I would appreciate the help, but I'm not going to sit and demand it. Like, it just is what it is. It's fine overall. It's just so annoying that there's so much of it. I really kind of do regret making it as big as I have. But oh well. And I believe if Notch kept the game, it would be better. Really, I don't think Notch could update the game as much if Mojang had done that. I mean, maybe. I suppose that isn't entirely wrong? I don't know. It's so uncertain. Good morning, Mood. I'm sure we'd love to help. Yeah, sure, Himes. I'm sure you would. You can help by occasionally suggesting bits of decoration when we get to the interior decorating portion of the game design stage, or game design phase. When we get to the interior decoration, you can add and suggest all sorts of crazy things. And they'll probably work, because this will be such a bonkers liminal space. I wouldn't be shocked that if you could suggest it, it could probably be shoehorned in. I kind of like that. With a truly liminal space, you can basically fit almost anything into that. It can go pretty hard. I shall help by doing nothing and saying nothing of relevance. Damn. Top Hat out here winning Gamer of the Year award. I see I would hate placing glass too. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Worm, welcome. But, I mean, this night sky is not going to be done if I don't do it. But I think only 2 layers of glass will be good enough for the time being. It isn't like mandatory that it is 4 or 5 layers or 6 layers of glass. It just would look nice even more so than it already does, I guess. I think 2 layers will do us for now. And again, I might come and do the 3rd, 4th, and 5th layer, A, off camera, and B, little here, little there, without really, like, worrying about it. Because, like, now, I'm under the deadline. I'm under the gun to get this done by Christmas Eve so that I can take Christmas Day off until New Year's Day. And then on New Year's Day, we can start doing prototyping. That's only a week and some change. Like, the deadline's looming. I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. And it's just like, ugh. I want this part of the project, which is easily the most tedious part of the project, to be finished and behind me. The walls were annoying. The cylinders were annoying. Removing fucking slabs were annoying, because those bastards don't insta-mine, even though they should. And placing glass is annoying. But you need to have all this stuff more or less finished so that the prototyping stage doesn't end up running over this. So that I don't make stuff inside of or on top of things that I go back and say, oh shit, I built this in a place that is inconvenient. I need to rebuild it somewhere else. Like, that is such a time sink. I would prefer to avoid that kind of trouble. Do you think it will come to a point where we don't know if the real Jack is actually playing and not some AI streaming? No, I don't think AI will get that good to where you won't have any clue if it's actually me or not. Pretty sure. It's hard to know like what AI will do, but I'm not of the opinion that AI can truly replace people. AI is not self-aware. No matter what it tells you, AI is not capable of being self-aware. So, Stop placing it, bro. Save yourself. I'm sorry. I have to. I have to finish at least this layer because, again, it won't get done. And it won't be done. And it won't look as good. It just I just have to power through it. We're almost finished. It's not that bad. It's like writing the last 3 paragraphs of an essay. You got this far. You may as well go to the end and finish, you know? Like, even if it isn't good, at least it'll be done, and you'll be all right knowing it's done, you know? Instead of saying, those last 3 paragraphs are hanging over me. I should really finish that. I don't know. Give Tristan a call and let him use his back door with World Edit. Oh, You're a joker, Himes. I love that. I don't actually think Tristan had world edit on the server itself. I think he had world edit in a single player world and then uploaded the region files to 2B2T and had a sort of world edit by proxy kind of thing. The imitation game is not ready. AI is not ready. No, it isn't. Trent Fart in the incursion murdered Elmo in cold blood. Damn. Why? Elmo's a nice guy. Why would you do that? Elmo's an alright person. I mean, he's my favorite Muppet. Or no, I guess the Sesame Street puppet is not technically a Muppet. I don't know. Elmo's my favorite Sesame Street racist. How could you possibly, you know... I love that tirade he went on Twitter last year. Well, it's not technically last year yet, but you know what I mean. Like, why would you kill Elmo like that? Oh, what a monster. Yo, wait, are you building that? It might be so good. Bro teaching life lessons? I guess. I occasionally utter some bits of wisdom. But yeah, ZX Fruit Loops? I think that's what your name is? ZFX Fruit Loops? This is what it looks like when it is... Let me turn off all of the screen cancer for a sec so that it is more... So that it is more noticeable. There we go. Oh yeah, also I put black glass over all of the beacons to, you know, make it not so obvious. The beacon beams still kind of intrude into the space. There's still a beam of light, sadly. But hey, it looks good. It really looks good. There are some areas like this back corner where I've got like 3 or 4 layers of glass stacked on top of one another. I don't know. I'm debating whether or not I should make more pockets of black glass like that. I don't know. It looks really good for what it is. I used this for the thumbnail of the stream. Like, why not? Bob was the coolest Sesame Street character. Who is Bob? Bob the Builder? I think Kermit the Frog was on Sesame Street one time. Yeah. Way back in the 70s when, or the 80s. I forget what. I think it was the 80s. When Jim Henson was still alive. Are you saying that 2BTT history YouTubers lied to you? They may have stretched the truth. Yes, that is a possibility, Poncho. This is so cool. Thank you. That's nice. I know, it looks really good. I've got a few more soul lanterns and regular lanterns to place. I don't know if I will. Bob was the music teacher, a human character. Oh, shit. Well, I never really watched Sesame Street, to my knowledge. If I watched it as a young kid, that was far too long ago to remember. So I was never really, like, aware of who was who, other than the famous characters. But I only know the famous characters from Sesame Street because everybody's talked about them. And well, whatever. Could I do a Kermit the Frog voice? No. I was never good at Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog here. I mean, I can do the generic fake Kermit voice that everybody's imitation of Kermit the Frog is. But an actual convincing Jim Henson impression? No, I can't do that. I did scarcely when I was a toddler, but watched other things more so. Jack, do a Pee Wee Herman. I don't remember what Pee Wee Herman sounded like. Oh my god, cat, shut up. She's yowling to get in my room. Let me go let her in real fast. I'm going to turn on auto walk. Good luck, everybody. Well, turned on auto walk, walked into a box, or No, okay, I'm down in the crevice here. I see now. Oh, but yeah. It's something else. Do a Jacktherippa voice. Damn. How did you know I could do a Jacktherippa voice? What? Are you a mind reader, Poncho Hamster? You better not be. Only impression I could ever do was Mr. Burns. Ooh, Mr. Burns is fun, though. Perfect time to set up kitty cam. Is that Ellie? Yes, that's Ellie. She's all the way on my bed. My camera has to be on my face. So, sorry. Not really convenient to do a kitty cam. I would like to one day, but for now, I'll worry about that some other day. What I really wish is that Lightmatica, or the Lightmatica command with baritone, was less stupid. Like, I'm trying to use it now, and it's like halfway working, and then it's like, huh? And then it just gets hung up. It's like the opposite of intelligent. You know what I mean? It just... Maybe my printer is fucking with it. I don't know. I think it's more efficient for me to just walk around and concentrate on areas instead of letting it, like, throw stuff up randomly. I mean, it could kind of work. I don't know. Maybe it would require a custom bot that knows how to adequately move with printer. You know, taking printer into account. Baritone can build, baritone can't print. Very good point. I wish you could draw. It's impossible to use your phone as a second camera. Or it is possible. That's a good point. Although I don't know about my phone specifically. It's an old Android, Galaxy, Motorola, whatever. I don't care to have a cutting-edge phone. And also, I don't exactly see the point. Oh, come on. There we go. I know an iPhone could be really good for that, but I don't know. I'm not hot on that. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me that much. It does not read well the updates of the block you do with printer. Oh, yeah, good point. As I'm placing so many blocks simultaneously, it's just like, oh no, I can move to these newer spots. What do I do? How do I move? Too many possibilities become available to it simultaneously. But damn, I can't imagine doing this without printer. Draw a path for baritone to follow. Yeah, I wish you could draw a path for baritone to follow. That would be really neat. I just don't know if baritone would be capable of operating with like a path set for it, a predetermined path set for it. That would be a neat feature to add if they aren't already doing that. I don't know what they're doing with baritone. Did you test Lambda? No. I forgot about Lambda. I tell you, it has a printer on steroids. Really? Okay. Well, from what I understand, this printer I have is as good as it's reasonably going to get. At least how I understand it anyway. So like if nothing else, you know, it is possible to get this project done on time anyway. So I'm not really like that worried about it. I don't really want to try a new client when realistically, I have no idea what's in Lambda. I don't know anything about Lambda. I'm kind of not willing to just stick my neck out there and try Lambda. It's for the pathfinding on it. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was what it had. It had a pathfinding on it. Be able to set player speed so you don't walk faster than you can place. Really? You know, now that you mention that, Himes, I have a timer module. This is the comma key. Okay. Multiplier 0.5330. Okay. Let me see if this will do it. If I can timer and walk forward and have it stay reasonably ahead of the pace at which I'm walking, which is, you know, the dream. As long as we don't get a giant ping spike of some kind, I think it could work. Oh, wait, it did. Huh. Wait, an auto walk with timer unironically does function. Oh man, that lets my left hand rest. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I no longer have to continually keep my arm basically stretched out just to get to the keyboard and press forward. Auto walk was always a pain because it was just going, because I've got speed from the beacons, and it just always goes too far fast, too far forward. And it was always kind of running out of gas. Now all I need to do is use my right hand to look around with the mouse. Neat. Joined the server in 2018, and the top 2 craziest months I've experienced are August 2023 and now. Yeah, sounds about right. Just learned how to use a glass placing mod Saturday. I placed 10,000 glass and then abandoned the build. Damn, TJ, I'm so sorry to hear that. To be fair, 10,000 glass is a lot. That sucks, but what you gonna do? You should try my build. It has several 100,000 glass blocks per layer. And we've got 6 layers of glass to place. Okay, we can turn off timer now. You know, I might just use up what black glass I already have and just not make any new black glass. And then just do some spots in like right here. Just to use up what I've got, because I do kind of need to get rid of what I've got. Just to give it a little more density in some areas. Maybe not like the full uniform thing that I had originally planned, but certainly enough, I guess. Get that out of my inventory. Yeah. Or, well, actually, better yet. Forget the glass for now. I may just leave some of this glass here. I should be using the auto walk timer technology. I'm gonna put this. I had the chest over here, didn't I? Yeah, it was near the sniffer. Yeah, this one. You know what? Actually, no. I'm gonna take this back with me. I don't necessarily want a ton of chests littering around up here. There's no reason to have them here. I'll just keep the layer at 2 layers for right now. I'll come back to more glass some other day. I gotta get that chest there done as well. I'll take this opportunity to print the lanterns and soul lanterns, and then I should be using the auto walk timer technology to finish the fucking roof. I think that's, and then I'll punch the strategic holes in the roof and in the walls up here to get in and out of the place. And I'll call it good. So we may be done this stream. Like, I'm kind of quitting a little early ahead of time, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, glass, good. Rocket, good. Lantern, soul lantern. Those are down here. Like, I think it probably... Let me turn off full bright and sort of get a good look back at it. I think that will do for a night sky. Like, I don't think I've got to be too autistic about it. I think that's probably fine. The one thing I do kind of don't like is that moon. I put a few more frog lights on it, and I'm just like, it's all right, but it's not like... It's just not correct on some level. I don't know. I might just remove it altogether. I'm not in love with the moon. It comes off a little too cartoony, I hate to say. Okay, these are all... I'm just going to transfer this whole thing to a new location. But yeah, it just comes off as a little too corny. Hello, Universin. Moon should be an actual sphere. I could do that. I don't know. Not against that idea, but I'm against it looking bad. And making it not look bad is surprisingly difficult. The first problem you run into... Oh, shit. Okay, I've got to spread those around. The first problem you run into is when you make it into a sphere, that moon ends up looking like the opposite of dynamic, if you can believe that. It's like, I'll go ahead and just detail this now. I'll go place soul lanterns and regular lanterns here in a moment. I crafted up all these fucking lanterns and I'm probably not even gonna need half of them. Where did I put my ochre frog light? Drink frog light today. Want to get that ribbit in your step? Give your morning a good hop. Oh shit, that's right. I opened a hole. So, I mean, I could easily just do a sphere here. Well, it would be a circle. And then I would recess it backward into the glass. Although I'm going to need more frog light to do that. I was thinking it would only take a few bits. It might take more. Which is fine. I know where to get a few more. I only need maybe one more stack of frog lights to... Well, no, maybe more. I don't... whatever. We'll figure it out. The moon is not included in the schematic. So I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants on this one. I was the one who originally said to build a moon. Thank you, Cody. I'm glad you did. It is a good idea. It just isn't easy to pull off. Holy hell. Yeah, because that's not a fucking circle. That's a lumpy piece of shit. Oh, son of a bitch. Every frog light is important. Every frog... Holy fuck, that scared me. Every frog light belongs. Damn, and I thought Tyler was bad about popping totems. Okay. I mean, it's not a perfect circle yet, but... How does it look without full bright? Yeah, it's very, very, very flat. Maybe a sphere will make it look better. I don't know. I might need to shrink the edges and then make it go bigger somewhere else. Uh-oh. Where is the hole that I fell through? There it is. Okay, I gotta make this side be 1 block longer. Okay, this side's gotta be 1 block longer. Whoops. Nope. Tyler from Smiling Friends? He's a member of the devs. He's not from Smiling Friends, but... You know. Wait. Wrong thing. Okay, and so this end also needs to be extended. Oh, shit. Well, it's a block wasted. There's nothing I hate more than accidentally breaking a block of glass and being, like, wasteful. Okay, alright. And then right there. Yeah, that's a much better circle. Actually, I'm gonna shear off these corners. Never mind, it's basically Jack pops totems, gets scared, jumps out of chair, leaks... No. That is not happening. I just get startled because I didn't expect the, I think it's the animation. The totem animation is what really, like, gets me. It's just something that pops up in my face that I'm not expecting. Okay, that will work. That is reasonably round looking. I guess it's just gonna have to be up and down like that. And we're out of frog lights, of course. Get rid of the excess glass in my hand. Why not? No, the 1 cat combo is still full in force. What do you mean, 1 cat combo? I mean, he wants me to have a cat cam, And I don't blame him, but that's a lot of effort considering she doesn't really like to stay in one place unless she's asleep. She's annoying like that. Totem jump scare, literally, yeah. No render would probably get rid of the totem pop. It probably has that option. No render. There's probably like a totem animation or something. But I do kind of like knowing that it's there, because then I know that it happened. You know what I mean? Like, I know now I need to get a spare totem. What really got me about that was that I thought I had come in shallow enough for that to not be dangerous. Sorry, I need to frog some more lights from you, CJ. Sorry. I have to frog some lights. I'm terribly sorry, Ribbit. Anyway, I thought I was coming in reasonably well in that landing. I didn't expect it to do that much damage, let alone pop a totem. So, like, that's really kind of what fucks me up about the animation, is that it's a, no, actually, you came in far too sharp. You're dead. But obviously the totem, you know, prevented that. So it's a sort of soft rebuff of what I thought I was doing. I thought I was doing well. I thought it was all right. And no, I wasn't. There's some sort of weird mental component to this. Why am I inside a whale? It's a shark, damn it. It's okay. I also thought it was a whale the first time I saw it. Marge just made that connection randomly. After the cat calm conversation, I really don't care either way. Yeah, it's fine. Why isn't Jack inside a whale? I mean, it's not like we're having a whale of a time. Whoops. Probably don't need those edges. Shite. Turn off the printer so that I can actually place block. Okay. Saw Cody Smile video that Jared 2013 is trying to shut down the server. Damn, is he? I mean, I guess the ultimate grief would be to get rid of 2B2T altogether, wouldn't it? And I guess there are people out there who want that. Man, I really don't want that to happen, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want 2B to die. Alright, so how does this look from down there? Weird, because some part of it is submerged in black glass, and that's obvious. And some part of it isn't. I'm just gonna make a big hole in the middle. Maybe this will be my easy way in. Yeah, this will be my way into the game. Oh, fuck. Wait a minute. Something's not right. There we go. The texture, you know, directionality is subtle, but it's there. Okay, so hopefully you won't really see that too much. Like, you might be able to see that hole in the top there. I don't know. Oh, actually, wait, even better. I just put a thing here. And then sort of do this. Sort of help round it out. So this way I can get in and out without there being an obvious sort of... I mean, I guess that kind of looks okay. I don't know, I may need to refine that moon. Kind of not too bad. I do want a way in and out. How much more obvious is it if that hole is there? You can even notice that from down here? Probably not. Yeah, good enough. For now, it's good enough. We'll figure out more later. When were you? When were you when 2B2T died? I was at home eating Dorito. Okay. Jack, did you get that early Hightail access I was excited about? Yes, I got early access about a week ago or whatever. Whenever it was that it went on sale. When it initially became available. I can hightail it out of here whenever I like. Okay. I mean, that's not a bad moon. Thank you for the idea, Cody. It was a good one. It's not a bad moon. I was just uncertain as to whether or not I could make it look good. I could express the moon, you know, well. Oh, shit. Getting in, however, may be another problem altogether. There we go. Jump on that. Let me turn off only below feet. All right, let's get to printing. This should make the night sky look a little more populated, because in some places it looks very sparse. That's mostly due to the fact that I used a brush to replace the end rods with certain lantern kinds. It's fine, but, you know, it could be better. Oh, I'm printing inside the moon. That's funny. Oh well, whatever. I think it'll be fine. I just remember if you have a YouTube rank on Hypixel, you can use your Minecraft name in Hytale. They did this to save YouTubers their usernames and avoid impersonation. Well, I don't have the YouTuber rank on Hytale or Hypixel. I was not a Hypixel person, so I didn't give a shit. And if I had known in advance, maybe I would have done that, but it doesn't matter to me all that much now. I'll see if I can't still get Jacktherippa, but we'll see. It doesn't matter. Like, I have a decently identifiable name. It isn't going to be a surprise. You're gonna know it's me. You know, all of that. Really wish we had the copper lantern for some of these, though. I think they would look good from a distance as well. Give a slight green sparkle to some of these instead of the blue and yellow. Rack the Jippa. What? I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, this and the main ceiling are all that's left, and then I gotta make strategic exits out of the topmost area. And then I think I can call it good. Whoa, I missed out. Jack is joining Hypixel. 2B is already a grind. No, not Hypixel. Hytale. I'm going to try Hytale when it comes out just to see how it is. I'll formulate an opinion on it from there. I have high hopes and good expectations for it. Even if it's a buggy mess at the beginning, I'm aware. I'm hoping it will be strong competition for Minecraft, and that it will kick the devs' asses into making a competent game. Because the Minecraft people just don't seem to have their shit together. And well, what can you do? Wonder if the original Housemaster's still around. I'm pretty sure he isn't. But that he's probably getting a cut or whatever. But not like actively participating in, you know, whatever. Minecraft is a buggy mess and look at it now. I mean, it is still buggy, but it's not nearly as buggy. That's the thing. Minecraft has grown so much from its really bad, murky early roots. Like, you couldn't identify Minecraft from then to now. Like, they're totally different. 2010, 2011 Minecraft was a different beast. It didn't start becoming really stable and respectable until 2012-ish. 2013, somewhere in there. 2013 is probably a better estimate. But yeah, we did have our growing pains, and I expect that. You know, I greatly expect growing pains. I'm all right with that. Hytale is giving me early Minecraft vibes in a good way. And that makes me want to play it. That makes me go, yeah, this is the thing I should get in on the ground floor too. I didn't get in on the ground floor to Minecraft because it was the ground floor to get in on. It was, oh wow, what a neat little game. Oh, I think I'll keep playing. And it just happened to be the very, very beginning of Minecraft. Nobody could have predicted it would grow out of hand like this. But Hytale looks like it will get out of hand. It will get to be this juggernaut. It just needs a few years to really, you know, rev up the engine and get going. And it absolutely will be competition for Mojang. It's looking more and more likely that will be the case. I should, of course, say that nobody has yet played the game, so I don't know. Like, we'll see. How does 2B fix lag? By making a server infrastructure or being a part of a server infrastructure called Folia. This allows different players to occupy regions, which are just copies of the server as it is. And this allows multi-threading, which was not a commonplace thing to do back in early Minecraft. Multi-threading was just not something people did until about 2 or 3 years after Minecraft was established. Then it was like, well, why the hell does your game not support multi-threading? And the answer was just simply Notch didn't do that. I guess it's such an integral system, Mojang has just never really gotten around to implementing it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with that. But it's not looking like Hytale will have that problem. We'll see. Yeah, I was in Minecraft very, very, very early on. Yes, early 2010. Coming up on 16 years ago. 2B uses Folia. Yes, we use Folia. Infinite Worlds and shit. Yeah, it was classic. And then InDev, which were sandbox worlds, very predefined heights and very predefined sides. You couldn't go outside of the game space. You were a canary in a cage back in those days. Maybe it's better to say a bird in a gilded cage. I don't know. But yeah, your options were very limited in those days. And none of us really thought anything of that. That was just the norm. Whoops. Which is fine. I don't really worry about things like that. I think Hytale has learned enough lessons from Minecraft's rougher early starting years that they're probably going to hit the ground running in a way Minecraft simply could not. And part of that is because Minecraft was not a known quantity at that time. Starting Minecraft today, the game would look completely different, but it would also have likely had a much larger, much more refined release instead of being that early access piece of garbage that was steadily refined into a masterpiece. Hytale will have that luxury of learning the lessons of Minecraft without having to make the same mistakes Minecraft did, although it obviously almost did. But we all expected Riot Games to actually be good and get the game to, completion. What's a real shame is that Riot missed the window of opportunity to release during COVID. Like, imagine if Hytale had released during COVID. They had a working prototype for years by that, or a year and some change by that point. Like, they absolutely could have polished up some sort of a demo and put that out, and that would have been the perfect time. Oh well. I think we're actually probably in the better the better timeline if Riot Games does not have Hytale any longer. It's probably the better outcome, realistically speaking. But, you know, it's just one of those things. So what's the TPS lag? You mean the ping lag? Because ping and TPS are two different things. Ticks per second lag is stuff happening in the region that's basically like a local Minecraft server or local Minecraft world. And, you know, you could lag the local region using Breadstone or using entities or some such like that. But ping is how the server handles you connecting to the server, which affects how quick the server sends your client messages and how quickly your client can send the server messages. Like, for example, I am moving forward, server. Keep me moving forward. These are my position coordinates. Keep them updated. I am alive, you know, and so on and so forth. All of these packets you have to send the server 20 times in a second. And it's just sometimes the server cannot receive your packets quick enough due to network latency and traffic on the network, like a DDoS, for example. If you know, you know. And well, it's just one of the litany of things. I'm fully expecting Hytale to whatever servers they're hosting, probably to download the game, but I don't know. There may be a multiplayer option very early on. I'm fully expecting them to grind to a halt on release day, just because, like, there's going to be a pretty hefty demand on release day. January 13th is going to be D-Day. They better have their shit in gear. But then again, I don't know. Maybe they can't possibly anticipate what sort of demand there will be. I'm going to be very shocked if there isn't a high demand on that day. Hell, all that week even. Why can the TPS never be fixed? The TPS is 19.40. The TPS is great. The TPS at spawn is terrible because of all the shit at spawn. The wardens, the withers, the players, the lava casts. All of that takes its toll on the server TPS, but it's only for that region. So why won't it be fixed? Well, that's how regions work. That region would have to be purged, meaning they'd have to erase spawn every so often. They're not willing to do that. Let me up my render range to 72. Just so that I know where to go next. But yeah, you're not realistically going to solve the problems of spawn. If you're at spawn and you're like having 7 or 8 TPS or less, you're just gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup. Spawn is a very busy region. There's just so much shit at it. You don't like the kitchen? Get out of. You can't stand the heat? Get out of the kitchen. Can't stand the kitchen? Get out of the heat. What's up, Dirty Fox? Remember you? I don't really remember you. No, sorry. But I'm glad you're back if you've been away a while. Oh, TJ, thank you so much, man. Asking people in chat, what would be a good interview question for me? Ooh, yeah, good question. What would you all like to know, I guess? Do you remember me? I'm vaguely aware of your existence, Arthur. Yes, I vaguely remember you. I'd buy that for $1. I'd buy that for $1. Ha, 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 ha. I showed you around my base on 0B. Oh, okay. It must have been over a year, or about a year ago, maybe more. I'm sorry. But hey, glad you got to show me. Do I remember you, Iris? Maybe. I do remember you are Australian, right, Iris? Or no, that's S-Man Chan. My bad. Never mind. Fuck, I messed that up. Or maybe you were both Australian. I don't remember. I'm so bad at keeping things straight now. Oh, I remember you, Himes. I remember you quite well. Oh my god, the number of lanterns is annoying. You are Australian, S-Man. I do know that. You're an Austro-alien. But yeah, Australia is like straight through the globe on the other side of where you are? Okay. Well, sorry, I don't know where that is. Hawaii? Somewhere in Asia? Well, no, Asia wouldn't be far enough away. Other side of the globe, yeah. No, I don't know, man. But yeah, anyway. I don't think there will be a 2B2T right away, but I'm sure there will be like 15 clones. The moment Hightail multiplayer gets really ironed out, there will likely just be a bunch of clones. Ever get robbed by a Joey? I know the kangaroo population in Australia is very big. It's like running into a deer, or running across a deer, maybe. And that the kangaroo is shockingly dangerous. No help to be had here, but that's okay. I got plenty of banked questions. I'm super excited. Okay. Ask away, TJ. Ask away. Since I'm sure you're having insomnia or something right now. No worries. In Europe. Okay. That explains it. That would have eventually been on somewhere on the list of guesses that I would have given you, Iris. According to my dad, Australia is on the other side of where you are. I don't know where you got his info. Okay. He's probably right, but I couldn't tell you. I guess you could get one of those globes, you know, the spinny kind, and then just sort of saw it in half and see, you know, draw a straight line with a ruler and see what land masses are exactly opposite of what land masses. Could be fun. Could be a lot of fun to do that. They know how to box? Yes. Kangaroos know how to box. Kangaroos are ripped. I only see one deer and a ton of kangaroos. Yeah, because you don't have a whole lot of deer in Australia. They're not natively roaming around like they would in the northern hemisphere. But kangaroo populations are absurdly large, and they are mean and dangerous. The gray kangaroos are what I've heard of as man killers. They're the ones that'll punch you and you're done. Rip in pepperonis. They oh shit, I'm out of soul lanterns. They don't just box. They actively arm wrestle, but like they work out their arms. And kangaroos get jacked. Like, that's not a joke. Kangaroos are unimaginably strong for an animal of their size. Can imagine being drunk and a kangaroo squares up with you. Yeah, if you're drunk and stupid, maybe. But most people know they're a danger. At a zoo, but I doubt it. Oh, okay. Furthest place in the UK is in the ocean, but the furthest country is New Zealand. Oh. New of Zeal land. Damn it. Jack the Kangaroo. That was a movie, Kangaroo Jack. Way back in like the early 2000s sometime. It was stupid. It was an okay movie. I remember Years later, I rewatched it, and I was like, this is painfully terrible. Why did I like this movie as a kid? Damn it. It was delightfully mid. As a kid, you don't really care about that sort of thing. The act of going to a movie is just kind of the reward in and of itself. But as an adult, you're like, oh man, that Star Wars movie was hot garbage. Or, man, that was the best movie I'd ever seen. Man, that Dune movie really made you think. It's past your bedtime, but the rum and randos in chat is pretty dull. We're putting in work in on the back end for the interview. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, if anybody wants a question asked in YouTube chat, TJ is going to interview me in January. I forget exactly what day. Me and Rickson and Fusion, I believe his name is. And yeah, if you got questions you want answered, feel free. They lure people in the water to drown them? What? What does? They'll trick you with a couple steps and then hit you with all the weight on their tail double kick, yeah. It's a trick to lure you into the water. What was? Remember that movie. What movie is that from? That does sound familiar now that I turn the phrase over in my mind. Can't think of a question? That's okay. You are not mandated to have a question. They'll lure you into the water to drown you. What is that from? That does sound familiar, now that I think about it. I don't know. Question, would you play Minecraft? What? No, I would never play Minecraft. What are you, 13? 12? Do you think I'm a child? Why would I ever play Minecraft? Ugh, the gall of this Arthur. And I certainly wouldn't give Arthur a design to print onto fabric. For any reason. Ooh. Would you mine a craft? Ooh, that's a great question. If I found a random craft just lying around, I would probably say that it's mine, and then scrap it for parts, and then I don't know. If I had all human technology, yeah. Finish your statement or your question. If I had all of human technology, I would ask Cody Ledger a question and then never get an answer. There we go. What's the first message didn't go through? Oh no. You better retype it. Quick, if you were to be crafting in a mine, what would it be? Probably a wooden support beam so that I don't fucking die from a cave-in. I'm assuming you mean in real life, right? But if it's in Minecraft, then I would just get a pickaxe or something. I don't know. We are anxiously waiting. Good. Good. If you're anxious and you're waiting, that's the best kind of wait. Not the weight off your shoulders, but a weight all the same. Anyway, I could PvP every animal on the planet at the same time if I had all of human technology. Oh, okay. PvP every animal on the planet. Why would you want to do that? Like, animals didn't do nothing to you, man. Why would you want to hurt them? You want to PvP these animals. Like, what? Bro, that ain't right. You're going to kill some poor creature just 'cause, or at least injure them. maybe not kill, but certainly not do them any favors. You got to understand, if you're PvPing an animal, like, if you don't kill the animal, it's got to go back into nature. It's got to live in the wild. It won't have the benefit of healthcare. It could, your PvP match, if you, I don't know, don't finish it, you know, you only go halfway. Your PvP match could leave the poor creature to a slow demise. I'm just saying, you know, that's rather cruel. You're gonna do that shit, finish the job. I mean, yeah, you could PvP them by shooting them with guns and shit, but I don't know. Hunting for sport is a little bit much. Would that technically be PvP? Make a portal from Minecraft to IRL, what would I bring back? Probably the diamonds. Free money. If I was inside of a simulation, of course. Okay. Cop out. Cop out answer. That sounds like somebody who doesn't want to commit. To be fair, though, if I could hunt for sport all of the Minecraft mobs, that's a different story. Plus, animals include those creepy deep ocean things. Oh yeah, creepy deep ocean animals or fish, or there's something else. Horrors from the depths of hell. Your most delightful nightmares couldn't hope to touch. Okay. Damn, there are so many more lanterns than I thought. Okay, let's see. I have... All right, let me quickly mentally take stock of all the remaining little odds and ends that I need to do. So, got to do the remaining bits of these lanterns and soul lanterns, which is almost done. Then I got to go up top and finish the slab ceiling on top of the control room. Then I got to cut holes in the walls and in the ceiling of the control room to allow for more easy access. Then I need to make holes that go down to the bottom control room. Or, well, no, actually, there's no reason to do that, because you can just fly into the control room and then fly down the cylinders. So that should be fine. And then... So I don't need to dig underground holes or anything, which would admittedly be a lot of extra work. So that at least cuts that out. Oh, the redstone, right. There are tiny bits of redstone that I've started setting up. It's not much. It's a system. I've already put the wood planks in place. It's a system here that will, if I turn on render, you can see it a little better. It's some redstone dust with an observer and some pistons, some sticky pistons here. That is a system to turn off the beacons. I'm going to chain it all up and then run a signal down from the top to the bottom. And so with the flick of a switch, I can turn off all the beacons. And then with the flicks of the same switch, I can turn them all on. So I've already got the wood in place. Now I just need to put the redstone dust, the observers, and the pistons there. So I got to do that. I'll probably do that last. That's like the final detail that needs doing. And then I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're all right from that point onward. I'm not doing all these extra layers of glass. I've just kind of decided. Turn that off. Nope. Don't need the stupid mini map on. All I do is I find that, especially for stream, that mini map just takes up space. It's just ugly and it takes up space. It does not serve any practical purpose. It does not serve a youthful purpose, and therefore it must be excised. Jack, do you like ice skating since you rollerblade? I've tried ice skating. I've never had the opportunity to ice skate. So, I probably would like ice skating. It's just never come up. Tried ice skating a few days back for the first time. My ass still hurts from the falls. Ouch. Glad I tried. Never tried again, though. Well, I've rollerbladed for almost 20 years now as an adult. It's a lot of fun. I fucking love it. I might even go outside after stream if I'm feeling it. And, you know, I'm probably very, very well coordinated from all the years of rollerblading to where ice skating would not be a hurdle that I'd need to overcome. You know, I would probably just take to it like a fish to water. It wouldn't really be that big of a deal. That said, I don't really know. Maybe one of these days. Harder fall, I guess, just like rollerblading, good. If it's just like rollerblading, there is a strong likelihood that I'd adapt no problem. The only problem is these lanterns are just one block too far away in some instances. I'm so glad reach works. If reach didn't work, this would be a pain. You're good at ice skating, definitely translates. Good. Glad to know that. If I ever need to ice skate or ever I want to ice skate, I have the option. Nice. What are you using the connected glass textures? Huh? What are you using? I'm not using connected glass textures. Like it's very clearly, you know, segmented. Like I'm not using a connected glass texture thing. I don't need to because when you turn off the light, all of this shit will just blend together and you're not going to know. You're not going to know a difference. Funny you say that because some people it's not similar at all. Really? Oh. Well, damn, I didn't know that. You have scared me now. I will never try ice skating. I went my first time ice skating and nailed it. There's a huge nuance. There are huge nuisances, but it's similar. Okay. Damn it, I missed a lantern. Here we go. Oops, never mind. I can't see the lines on my end. Oh, okay. People I was with argued whether it was similar or not. Myself, I'm not an expert. Okay. Fair enough. I would need to try it. The only way for me to know personally would be to try it. Damn it. There we go. I have auto walk on doing most of the work. Shit. Some of this stuff's still out of reach, though. I hate that. I don't know if they got dull blades or what. I guess. A dull ice skate blade would not be good. Probably. I don't really know. But I would assume the sharper the blade, the easier the skate. since it cuts through the ice a little better and all that. I don't know. Not really certain. Yeah. Shrug. Hard to say. Damn, I'm kind of glad I didn't do the other layers of glass. These lanterns are kind of a pain in the ass. Or a pain in the glass. But no, seriously, this is annoying. Sufficiently annoying, I would say. You're empty, you can kiss the ground. There we are. There we go. Nope, jump. There we go. Halfway done, lights. Yeah, it's done in Iris. YouTube hates you had to turn on live chat to see any of your messages? Damn. You must be flagged in YouTube's system in some manner. I can see you because I know to do live chat. But yeah, I'm actually curious if I decide not to do live chat or top chat or whatever. Oh my god, Iris is right. If I don't do chop chat, or sorry, if I select top chat and I don't select live chat, yeah, Stone Cold Killer vanishes. What the fuck? That's evil. Why does it do that? I haven't seen any of Stone's messages. You gotta switch, TJ. Switch to live chat, not top chat. Okay, that tells me that YouTube has probably shadow banned you on some level. Or you're on some sort of a list system, whatever. Probably for not being a good little boy that they want everybody to be. You know how they, the wrong think is treated. Probably, yeah. That's a damn shame, too. I like talking with you, Stone. Okay. God, it feels like I round a corner and I see more purple squares that I gotta fill in. Oh yeah, he does have the word kill in his name. Good point. Ooh, I wonder if that's the reason. YouTube is a place in terms of censoring? Yeah. Yeah. Stone Cold Unaliva. That would be funny. Damn, I hate that. I hope you earned that shadow ban. I mean, again, it may be a simple thing as he's just got a name they don't like. But they're not going to explicitly tell you to change it. They're just going to put you into the timeout corner that is somewhat invisible, but not entirely invisible. It's weird. Like, why would it only show your name in one version of the chat and not the other? Like, I don't get it. It's going to be either or nothing, right? All or nothing, all across the board, or non-existent. I don't know. It's strange. What can you do? I'm sure I probably did, not for bad reasons. Yeah. Oh well. Hello, Cabo. Welcome. Hi. We are placing a lantern for every star in the night sky onto this wonderful project. My own personal hell for the last 2 weeks. You have to admit, though, we started bombing this place out in November, like mid-November-ish? By like right before Thanksgiving, somewhere in there, so about a month ago. So in a month, we've prepped what was originally a giant patch of gravel into this. Like, we've done pretty well for ourselves, actually. Maybe we shouldn't be that, shouldn't be that worked up over it. As long as we're making progress and that it feels, feels right. I kind of have to crouch over some of these really low ones to get it to register placing. But it is starting to look really good, though. Like the blue and the yellow kind of works. How'd I come up with the pattern? For the randomized placement. Well, actually, if you want to know, Iris, I showed it. I made it on stream. Like, sometime 2 weeks ago, roughly. Like, I literally showed it on stream how I made it. Pearl Butler was attacked. And it was on stream. It was like 9 or 10 days ago. 8 or 9, 10 days ago, somewhere in there. So like just shy of 2 weeks ago. And Pearl Butler was attacked, and everybody's pearls were, of course, loaded, including mine. And so I quickly was like, okay, well, time to, go do something else, because I couldn't escape. At that time. And so I was like, all right, well, I do need to go ahead and design this night sky project, which, I hadn't yet done at that time. And I was like, well, this should be a quick and easy thing to pull off. And so I just made, because I had a mock-up in single player of the box. And so I just went up to the very top, laid out 6 layers of air and glass. And then in the air layers, I made a mixture of 98% stone, 2% andesite. And I made all the andesite into downward pointing end rods and then turned the stone back to air. And then I took a brush and changed some of the end rods into lanterns and soul lanterns, just sort of as I saw fit. And it created this pattern. What the fuck is Top Chat? There's only 13 people here and one guy gets excluded. There's got to be more than one person being excluded. There's no way it's just that many. I've heard tell that there are systems that identify people who use ad block. An ad block of some kind. And so if you're using an ad blocker, you are not registered as a watcher. Even though technically you're here watching, you're not technically listed. So, like, yeah, it's stupid. What can you do? I feel like a better, more objective YouTube, there's a market for that, YouTube shenanigans have alienated people just enough that if someone with deep enough pockets like Elon were to make a YouTube alternative, they could probably make YouTube force themselves into actually making their platform better in response, and it would get that competition shaping competition type effect. I don't know. Maybe that's a pipe dream and there's no hope. But I would like to think that that's possible. Fortunately, I haven't been coming to stream regularly. Don't worry about it, Iris. You do what you can. I'm all right with you showing up every once in a while. I appreciate you, man. Never used ad block, but oh well. Yeah. Oh, welcome back, Azurtix. His goal to have everyone on one app one day, so probably. Ugh. One app to rule them all. One app to find them. One app to bring them to, and in the darkness, shadow ban them. I have no doubt that we will all one day be on a singular app. And then we'll get so sick of each other, it will lead to some sort of great fragmentation where everything becomes more decentralized, less controlled. I wouldn't be shocked if some sort of pendulum swing type effect happens. Hard to know for sure. All right, let me get that render distance even higher. Stop. Come on, you fuck. There we go. 60. It wasn't letting me interact with the slider. It would be the same shit as YouTube. I don't think it would be. I legitimately don't think it would be. I think if Elon made a YouTube alternative, it would be crazy at first. And I don't think anybody would really want, because it would be Elon, I don't think anybody would really want to be on it. But then again, I don't know. Maybe we're just not sick enough of YouTube and Google and their shenanigans. Maybe we're just now beginning to get hungry, but we're not like there yet, you know? I don't know. Maybe it would have to be somebody else. And it couldn't be a really big, polarizing public figure. It would have to be somebody you would be like, I don't know who this is, but maybe I trust them. Maybe I'll give them a shot. Maybe their YouTube alternative will be worth a damn. I don't know. That's already a pipe dream in and of itself, so who knows? How am I doing? I'm going crazy from placing so many fucking lanterns. I'm just so done with this particular phase of the preparation. I'm just so ready for it to be done. Oh, later, TJ. Have a good night, man. Bedtime. All right. Bring back Bobbery. Okay. If they make a 1,000-Year Door sequel, you better believe I'll play it. And if they don't, well, can't help that. I'd be going crazy too. The outcome is worth it. Yeah, but it's trying because I've sat literally 10 hours today, or no, 12 hours. Holy shit. I've literally sat 12 hours today just doing this. Gets a little mind-numbing. But I know that if I don't finish, I will hate myself for not completing the goal. And the goal isn't even that difficult to complete. It's just mind-numbing to get here. It reminds me of when I first ran on the Nether Roof back in 2012 to get out to establish the lands. Running for 2 weeks on the Nether Roof was the most mind-numbing thing I'd ever done. And that was a fairly automatable thing. Although it was also very similar to this in terms of like big area, difficult to gauge your progress, no real ideas if what done looks like, you know? It's just a lot of uncertainty and a large, seemingly never-ending slog. I don't know. It'll be done. It'll be good. It'll be nice. All of this was only in about a month. This whole box is about a month of work. Admittedly, it's a pretty solid month, but still. I can still remember running around placing gravel. I remember like it was yesterday. Oh, yeah. My bet is Google is the first real god of humanity, unkillable. Really? That's scary, Zen. That is very scary. He didn't really do that great with Twitter. Doubt he'd do better with a YouTube. Yeah, that's also sadly true. I think if he bought YouTube instead of like make a YouTube alternative from scratch, if he bought YouTube, that'd be a different story. But I don't know. That may also just be wishful thinking. I can't really be sure any more than anyone else could, so whatever. But yeah, Google being one of the first really big unassailable companies, yeah, that's definitely possible. Although I will say, Kodak was a very big company that died. It went under. It absolutely went bankrupt. And Kodak was in business for over 100 years. So I could see Google doing something stupid and just not being in the right hands for a very long time, and that drives them out of business. I could see that happening. Or they get too big for their britches and the government goes, antitrust, bam! And smashes them into a million pieces. Shatters them all over the internet. I could see that happening too. I'm kind of surprised it hasn't already happened. What with how much Alphabet owns. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, where were we? Usually with mind-numbing stuff like this, it's best to listen to something like a podcast. Yeah, I was listening to music before stream. It was nice. But I'm thinking that this will be the end of it. I don't have that many more lanterns to place. I can just power through it and be done. And then I can focus tomorrow on the ceiling to the control room, and then I'll punch some holes in the walls so that you can fly in and out more easily. And yeah, and I think that'll do it. This area will be prepped. I gotta then throw on some extra redstone as well, and then I think that'll be it. Every force has its time. Yeah. That is very true. Kodak is actually coming back. They just got back one of their lines of film that was controlled by Kodak's sister company. Really? Huh. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, they could be resurrected, technically. Just so long as they got people in charge who know what they're doing and aren't stupid or evil. Is it a school of lanterns or a flock of lanterns? That it's a murder of lanterns, like a murder of crows. It's a murder of lanterns because these lanterns are murdering my concentration and my sanity. But yeah, it's a murder of lanterns because look at all these fucking lanterns. Make me want to murder someone. No, Jack, don't end. You are something like a podcast to me. Okay, I'll keep going. I don't have that many more to finish, but it's still a decent chunk. So we'll be lanterning it up. Food. Food. Give food blocks. What is there else to talk about? We got Bedrock incursion folks trying to end the existence of the server. We got a Mojang employee technically snooping / investigating. That's going to be a nightmare. We've got, let's be honest, the Bedrock stuff's a failed experiment. All it did was introduce exploits and instability. There are only ever a handful of Bedrock players online at any one time. So the Bedrock stuff has not been valuable. You know, this was not worth it. Like, I think we can just all agree this was not worth it. But oh well, good luck telling that to whoever's in charge. No idea where we're headed from here. I just hope we don't get that MCO, shut your server down, or rather purge your server, or we'll blacklist it. I just hope we don't end up getting that hammer to drop. Gracefully slide into the side there. It's just so all open-ended and not in a good way. It doesn't feel like there's a positive resolution to this. Like, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. When I heard about that guy snooping around, I was like, oh god. No Jack, I already read that. Oh, the server opened to Bedrock. I am not up to speed on recent events. That seems like the dumbest idea. The kind of people who play 2B do not play Bedrock. Yeah, and vice versa, it seems. Bedrock cross-compatibility only seemed to do one major thing. Introduce exploits, and it also caught the attention of Mojang, what's it? The terms? No, not terms. It only caught the enforcement, IP, whatever, enforcement agent. It just caught their attention, and now they're combing over 2B with a fine-tooth comb. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like this is a good direction to be headed in. But now it feels like a slippery slope, and that we're already sliding down said slippery slope, and that it's possibly too late to reverse course. That's the problem. It feels like it's impossible to reverse course. We can't just go back and say, oops, our bad, bye. Sorry, we'll just undo everything. No, the forest's already on fire. You can't really just put it out, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Mojang enforcement, the Minecraft police, the hand of Bill Gates, the long hard dick of the law. Yeah, that's Certainly what it feels like. House got too greedy. That may unironically have happened. Yes, the people who are currently masquerading as Housemaster may have actually gotten just an itty bitty bit too greedy. Damn it. So I don't know. Real opinion, I think they have to do it to please Mojang. I don't know why, but I suspect that. It isn't that they're doing it to please Mojang. I mean, obviously they are, right? Mojang enforcement has the final say. But what I'm saying is, now, even though they have to do it to appease Mojang, like, that will kill the server. You know what I mean? Like, it's too late. There's no going back. We've overstepped. Maybe we could have lasted a few more years in relative, you know, quiet. But that at the end of the day, it's not really anything anyone can help. I do think that Mojang would have come down on us one way or another. I do think that was unavoidable. So who knows, really? Too hard to really give you a definitive answer one way or the other, because you can't know about things that didn't happen. That greed might have just fucked the server. Yeah, it might have. Who knows? It's looking that way. Yeah, you can't swim back up the waterfall. Right. Once you go over the waterfall, that's it, man. Is it just Mojang testing and think with and I think they will recall? It's a hard bet, but I trust 2B will continue. I'm not saying 2B will not continue in some form. What I'm saying is the spirit of the server will be killed, and we will be living on borrowed time. We will be forced to acquiesce to whatever they force down our throats, and that will not be in line with the server's overall, how do I put this? It ain't gonna be like it used to be. This is like the Russia War was. A complete and total change to anything and everything, two builders, two tools. And a lot of people are of the opinion that that was not for the better. And I kind of agree. The Russia War was not a change for the better. It was probably a change that had to happen. And now we're having Mojang enforcement come and potentially change how we look at and view the server and how we act and interact online. So I don't know. It's all very open-ended and not in a good way. It's too scary. I don't like not having that kind of certainty. Like, the certainty I have is one of, yeah, you're not going to be able to say anything you want in chat any longer. There's going to have to be moderation. Like, unironically, 2B will have to be moderated going forward. Like, well, ain't that just a kick in the ass? Like, that's not the two builders, two tools I love. That isn't the way things used to be. But freedom of speech over the whole server, or freedom of speech over the whole internet has been severely curtailed. We are in one of those eras where people do not like the average person having freedom. The elites don't like the average person having freedom. And that includes freedom of speech. So, yeah. I don't know, it's a mess. We are since House left. I mean, I don't even know that House is truly gone. But that, realistically, yeah. It ain't the same. World War III started on Discord. Ooh. Wouldn't that be funny if World War III actually started from something like Discord? Oops. I'm going to keep this on the off chance I need to throw some spare lanterns back. I think we're getting close to the end of the lanterning. I don't know. Wouldn't it be funny if, to comply, House just shut chat off entirely? There's just no in-game chat. Like, chat is just non-existent. And that we host a Discord where we can yell at each other in any way we want. Wouldn't that be funny? That would be a really cool workaround if chat moderation existed in any real meaningful form, where you could just sidestep chat altogether. Just have House disable chat permanently, except for commands. And then we have a giant Discord where we... Well, no, a giant Discord, that would be a bad idea. We'd need like a proxy that isn't Mojang related, where we can do general chat in said proxy and just have it be a giant free-for-all. I don't know. I don't think there's a good workaround, sadly. You're back, what'd you miss? Kind of lamenting the situation we're in. Funniest line Fit ever uttered was, "We recreated the server into our image," and then some Mojangsta about how to recreate it in their image for real this time. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of... Also, they're not Mojangsters. They're Mojews. Lamau, that would be better than actual moderation. It would be. It would be. Just shut down general chat altogether, and we would just... We, the community, would figure out a workaround of our own. Mojang hates more than the utility mods that chat? Yeah. I would not be surprised if the excessive amounts of, quote, hate speech that has flowed out in response to this guy, you know, perusing the server. I would not be surprised if that just leads to everybody losing chat forever. Like, that might be one stopgap measure, but I don't know. It's all just so trite. It's all so tiresome, too. Mojang hates fun. What a shock. Hate to say it, but genuinely concerned about the future. It's scary. Yes, it's a lack of certainty. A lack of certainty is part of the reason. That lack of certainty that we didn't really know about this 2 weeks ago. The future kind of looked okay 2 weeks ago before the Bedrock bullshit started. And to think in only about a week and a half, everything's been turned on its ear. Nothing feels good the way that it felt good. Everything feels like, if anything, it feels like we're teetering on the edge now, and in a way that we've never teetered on the edge before. Oh my god, did I get all the fucking lanterns placed? Hell yeah. No more fuck-ass soul lanterns or lanterns to place. Well, Merry Christmas. Hallelujah. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll do it. If I've missed something somewhere that's not obviously black stained glass, fuck it. It can stay there or not stay there. Whichever. Okay. Spare soul lanterns go there. Spare regular lanterns go there. Oh, fuck, shit. I didn't expect that to suddenly start placing so much. There we go. Oh, wow, it placed all that glass so quickly. Only 30 blocks and it was just poof, gone. Okay, I'm getting out of this hole. Time to go fix the ceiling or the roof or whatever. I think that's a little more doable because I can basically automate that. It's just a matter of waiting. Okay. Black toner. That's funny as hell. Why did he call it black toner? That's so good. What is this? Okay. Don't know why that's here, but whatever. I don't know who put that box there. I'm kind of hesitant to keep it here. Yeah, I'm just going to put this there. Fuck. There. Bam. Oh, replacement totem. Right. Don't need any of that. That's probably going to have to go. I don't know why that junk box is here. I think we had XP in it at one point. All right. Bam. Get rid of that. Plug that hole. I might make a maintenance hole or some sort of a hatch that'll let me in and out of the game's space. We'll see. All right. Whoops. There we go. Oh, that's what it looks like. I'm going to call it done. The night sky. Wow. Oh. Damn, that looks good. Like, even the moon kind of looks all right. Little spherical recedes into the glass, you know, that kind of thing. Ooh. Yeah. Escape the Jack Rooms 2 is almost ready to begin the prototyping phase. We just need to get this ceiling part finished, and I think that'll be done. That's all full. All right, I'm just gonna hit timer. Keep my rotations on, and I'm just gonna let it all go. Oh, Mojang must have heard of 2B before. Yeah, but now that Bedrock is in the mix, even though I have no doubt they've heard of 2B, now that Bedrock is in the mix and young kids who predominantly play Bedrock can get on 2B, now they have a reason to concern themselves with us. That's the problem. Oh, shit. Oh, I ran out. No wonder. So yeah, that's the issue. We've made it their problem accidentally. And so, yeah, it's not really a wonder Mojang enforcement is concerning themselves with the server. Let's turn timer down just an itsy bitsy bit. There we go. That's a jacked up ceiling? Yeah, it's because I haven't really been considering how to... Oh, you mean the night sky. Yeah, I get what you mean. Can't wait to make another YouTube video on what happens next. I know, right? I said it the fucking day House put it out to the world, and I'll say it again. You would have thought at the very fucking least Rebane would have stood up and said, can't we fucking rethink this? I mean, I don't think that's... I don't think they thought it. Like, they clearly didn't actually think this through. Because they probably didn't expect it to be this big of a deal. They thought it would be a cash cow, and that players were, you know, the Bedrock players were more, you know, they're going to pay money to get onto the server that's super famous. Like, they didn't think a thing of that. It's all fun and games until 2BGT players buy Prio Q for all Mojang employees. What do you mean buy Prio Q? Why the fuck would we do that? Nobody on the team that is Housemaster said, think about this before you implement it is truly sickening. I don't know if it's sickening. It's honestly probably on brand. It feels kind of just tone deaf enough to have caused us this much trouble, you know? It's like mouthing off to the commandant at military school. Like, not a wise idea to do. Ooh. There we go. Oh. Ah. This is the problem with building something at world height. Oh well. Jared would help Mojang staff join 2B? Oh really? Damn. That probably isn't a good thing. The way I see it, all the player base has ever done when they aren't yelling at each other like autists is they come together to agree Bedrock is the big gay. You'd imagine the Housemaster team would have at least heard about the complaint of Bedrock at some point. Yeah, but again, I'm telling you, they don't have a reason to care about that. They saw money. They saw dollar signs, and they went after it thinking that would be the only thing. They didn't expect there to be an opportunity cost in addition. You know what I mean? They didn't expect there to be a catch, you know? They expected Bedrock players to just pay for Prio. What the fuck shit is happening? Fly, you fuck. Anyway, yeah, they just expected them to pay like everybody else. They didn't expect there to be any sort of lashback or backlash, or at least not a meaningful backlash. And they didn't expect this to be something that would attract Mojang. And they didn't expect this to be a big to-do. A total restructuring, potentially. Also, it's funny, I know of 40 accounts that were requested to have their Prio refunded and House not responding to emails again. Yeah, what a shocker. Make a birthday cake for Mike. No. I don't need to do that. Okay, Safe Walk does at least kind of sort of keep me from... Never mind. I don't know, it's a mess. It's all a mess. It may not be... The genie may not be able to go back into the bottle. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm special enough. Poncho, screw that cake. Special ed? Ooh, burn, Mike. Okay. I'm not even really sure what is it actually your birthday, Mike? Whatever. Happy birthday if it is. Also, I'm not doing this any more of this tonight. Holy shit. I'm tired of placing stuff. I'll finish this shit tomorrow, or I'll get a good portion of the way through it. Oh my god, I just suddenly realized how big of an area this is. 500 by 700 is not easy to wrestle with. I'm just glad I didn't make it a kilometer long or something like that. I could have, and the thought crossed my mind, hey Jack, make your game a kilometer long. Sure am glad I didn't do that. If I had made it a kilometer wide, it would be out to like right here. Kilometer long, kilometer wide, it'd be like right here to the opposite edge. You probably wouldn't even be able to see from one corner to the other. Imagine a kilometer by a kilometer box with the night sky in it. Like, oh my God. Jesus Christ. I think 500 by 700 is the upper reaches of what is manageable for a game. Because, like, I'm already going to have to basically break the game up into piecemealed sections. Because, like, you can't wander through this whole ass area. You have to kind of give players routes. And those routes will lead you, somewhere. I'm just going to run around placing slabs for a bit. It was yesterday. You turned 19. Wow, damn. Feels like just yesterday you were 15 and were begging to get onto that Patreon thing I had going on way back when. Anarchy Skyblock. Man, how time flies. We've known each other for 6 almost years. And, oh, speaking of, it's been my 5-year anniversary for streaming. Jesus, I forgot about that. Wow. Time really does just flow like water. Should have done 800 by 600 because you know how screen res goes. No. No, I picked 500 by 700 very arbitrarily, but I think I picked a pretty good size. 100 more blocks in each direction would have been probably a deal breaker without more help. Without more slave labor and help, it would have been possibly a deal breaker. I don't know. Congrats. Thank you, Pete's Pie Cake. Special when? I don't know. This fucking thing is just taking so much time. I don't have the time or energy to do anything else other than finish placing blocks. And that includes finishing this fucking ceiling, which I gotta do. And then I have to punch some holes in it. And then I gotta go down here and place some redstone bits in their respective locations. I gotta clean up whatever that is. There's some shulker boxes here. Some sea lanterns that don't need to be here. Finish this, finish those. Maybe even wire them all up to be, nixed on one control point or not. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, ceiling, punch holes in the side walls here so that you can fly in and out. Pave the ceiling over. And then finish the redstone for down here. There isn't much. And yeah, that'll do it. I leave you all on the final shot of the night sky of Escape the Jackrooms 2. God, that looks so beautiful. For the millionth time in 2B2T history, it's voluntary labor. Yes, voluntary. No slave labor was actually used. It was all voluntary. I just asked people to help in the devs, and they did. God, that looks so nice. That looks so good. Thank you. See ya, Jackmaster. See ya, chat. See ya, Mike. See ya, happy birthday. Yep. It's all good for now. Y'all have a great night. I will catch you tomorrow, where we will likely be placing slabs, because I have no self-control. And I have to do more stuff to get this finished. But yeah, I think this is all reasonably doable. So apart from that, y'all take care. Catch you later. Merry Christmas. Am I going skating? Honestly, probably not. I'm winded. I don't feel like doing anything. I feel like taking a hot bath. So yeah, y'all have a great night. Goodbye.